All right, good day, welcome loves. This is going to be a really weird reading, all right? I just keep hearing just read the cards. Those who it's for, they will know. All right, but I'm getting a lot of harshness, all right? I'm getting some very stern energy here. If there's any like strong zodiac signs that show up, I'll try to remember to maybe add that in the description or the title. We'll see. Let's get these mixed around here. All right. See what we got going on here. All right. Jersey, please stay away. All right, honey. All right, so let's see what the deal is here. 3 shuffles, get to it. All right. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Jersey. Jersey, move it. You're in the way of the camera. Okay. So we have the Queen of Pipes in the reverse. Okay, so bitterness and resentment. All right, needing to let go of the past, needing to heal from the past. We got heavy narcissistic energy here, an energy that just does not know how to just put an end to shit. All right, and when you're sitting in this energy, it's because fueled by revenge and just low vibe negative shit. All right, the Queen of Pipes in the reverse always seems like a very miserably, mentally imbalanced energy. All right, there's a lot of cruelty, bitterness, and resentment. And with that the 6 of Bongs, it's like, yeah, it's like that's you're supposed to focus on, letting go of the past, healing the past, moving forward, most likely carrying over past life baggage, because if you're acting like this in this life, then it's most likely some passed on unfinished energy here. Got here the oofda. Moving in the wrong direction, all right, moving backwards here because there's no healing here, all right? There is no faith, no rejuvenation, no nothing, no positivity, no direction in life, just navigating further back in life, not elevating. And with the 7 of Pipes, this is a very, very narcissistic energy. Very cunning, very sneaky, manipulative, will say and do anything, just like with that 5 of Pipes. Heavy narcissistic energy here. All right, the Queen of Pipes does represent, obviously, Librans, but we'll see what else comes out. All right, before, we get too far into saying, Libra, you know what I'm saying? So we got here the Hierophant in the reverse. All right, and then we have here a very unforgiving energy, all right? There is so much codependency here, all right? But there's also a lack of confidence. There is lack of just reaping any good, all right? It's just staying fueled in a negative way, all right? There is no happy, loving energy. It's just reject, 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 unforgiving, and just very, very codependent on this energy. And with the Hierophant in the reverse, I mean, that means like there's no commitment when it comes to religion or any type of spiritual learning or even like religious learning. There's nothing here. All right. So I feel like y'all trick people. But that's what narcissists do, they try to weasel and strategize how they're going to do that shit. And then we do have the Lovers in the reverse. There's a lot of negative attention, all right? A lot of negative. You're not getting the praise as you want. A lot of impulsiveness here, not thinking, and that's when the towers come, all right? When the chaos. So head right into that real quick and fast with that Knight of Swords. And yeah, there's an imbalance here. All right. There's a lack of loving oneself. There is a lack when it comes to like connection to beautiful spiritual evolution or evolving. There's no connection when it comes to, you know, your faith, your religion. And that's why with the star was in the reverse. You can't have, there's no faith whatsoever. And when people don't have faith in things, that's usually when you see this just very unsure, codependent, can't do it on their own. But I don't know. If you're with somebody here, obviously there's no romance with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Alright? Y'all could be very codependent on one another here. We do got here the 5. So I feel like, yeah, there could be some hardships creeping around the corner. But there also is a very low vibe, conscious way of being and thinking. Alright? It's kind of like just living with the bare minimum. Not really getting anywhere. Everything is just like a dark cloud every day. Alright, let's just get this wrapped up. I knew it was going to be something like this. I do. I freaking knew it. Alright, we're not going to do all this here. We do have the devil. Alright, we got the devil here. Keep walking back and forth. Alright. Into that negative, toxic shit. So yeah, it's like feeding into the devil. That'll keep you in a low mood. It will keep you in a low vibe to where, you know, hardships. We got here the Tower. Yeah, it's like what you feed, the toxicity, whatever negative obsessions and toxic shit you do, it just creates instability. It creates fallouts. It creates chaos. And it creates an unstable foundation. All right? Some people can rebuild a tower, you know, if they finally understand it. But once a tower is dismantled, sometimes you can't rebuild it and lay a new foundation. All right? Some people love that chaos. They love falling outs. They love drama. But I'm also getting like something with the home. I feel like the home is going to get struck by lightning. All right, something's going to happen, or like a fire. We got here the Justice in the reverse. Yeah, there is no truth. Nothing but a bunch of lies, no integrity. There is nothing here. All right, there is no fairness. Just injustice after injustice. Everything is out of balance. I'm getting a chemical imbalance with, you know, the air and the balance. I always see that sometimes, especially with these cards, with the narcissist. It's like, yeah, chemical imbalance. Something is severely off here because you should not feel comfortable and thrive and love chaos and falling outs and toxic, abusive, harmful patterns and energies and codependency. It's like you don't know how to live without this. Well, I know a few Librans, and I've noticed a difference. I've noticed September Librans, just from my experience, tend to be a lot more kinder and nicer and like represent, you know, the Libra energy better. I don't know what it is with the October ones. It's like the shift in energy is so different. But that's like that with any zodiac sign. You're going to see a difference. But I don't know what it is with the October ones, though, that tend to be just, yeah, and with the Scorpio here, it's like, yeah, it's making me think of the October Librans here. So let's just wrap this up, because I'm not staying in this for very long. I think that was the 8 of, yeah, there's no movement. There's no growth, all right, because it's in the reverse. No forward movement. Refusing to take action. Refusing to restore balance. And be honest and truthful and have integrity and dignity. But we're living in a world where a lot of people have dumbed themselves down with drugs, alcohol, all that type of shit. We got here the 9 of, with the A's. So you're not getting a lot of opportunities. There may not be, yeah, because you're moving in the wrong direction here. You're not seeing the bigger picture. So because of that, you're not going to be getting any real opportunities, nothing solid, stable when it comes to making money. But yeah, it's like you're always stressed, you're always worried, and yeah, a lot of anxiety, but that's what this devil energy does. It keeps you in a very low vibe energy where you're just miserable and have low energy and, you know, low ugly thoughts. All right, let's just be done here. Let's get the last one. So nothing real beautiful coming in, all right? You're not going to be granted, you know, things if you're not going to be a kind soul, if you're going to be unfair and create injustices or even support injustices when it comes to the government with the justice card here. All right. Yeah. Some of you guys, maybe you're lying that you go to church. You really don't. That could be why the Hierophant's in the reverse. Because I feel like, yeah, there's just a bunch of lies. There's just a lot of sneaky strategizing and how you're going to win and defeat with your lies and your untruths. All right. And let me get the last one, please. Last one, please, here. But it's like, yeah, y'all just keep going back and forth. It's that Ace of Buds again. All right? It's like, yeah, you ain't going to get nothing here, all right? You've kind of screwed up any opportunities. I'm getting... let's quick pull from this here. I was hoping it was going to be short and sweet, but I guess not. All right, let's get these mixed around a little bit here. All right, let's get these shuffled here. All right, there's one. All right, last one here. Yeah, because my girl's stopping over here in a little bit, so. All right. Yeah, see, we have the fucking golden mirror with the narcissist. All right, talking. Talking out the ass. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided shit. Trying to love bomb. That ain't gonna work for some people. I feel like there's still something else that has to come out here. Because I do want this to kind of... I want it to be short and sweet, but it doesn't always end up that way, so... Alright, can we get another one here? Yeah, because this is most likely like a Libra type of an energy here. Let's try that again. I just saw show your own feelings or hiding your feelings. Alright, so y'all could be like wearing a mask. Which, well, yeah, with this energy, I could see that because it's that love bombing. It's, you know, trying to convince that, you know, just this loving, great person, but in reality, you're going to use somebody, take advantage of somebody. Anything else here? Something going to come out. Anything else here? We got the Grim Reaper. Dead. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Yep. Endings bring new beginnings here. So, yep. Bury it. And don't look back.